So I've seen several comments from people who claim that Finland does not want people to get rich. And if you would look why, then you would see it's because Finland is taxing more to people who are having the higher income compared to those who are earning very low income. Yes, but I think this needs clarification and possibly some insight so that you can understand clearly about this matter. And what I can say, maybe by beginning, I should say this. Earning a very high income does not necessarily mean you are rich. I hope you understand. It does not mean you are rich. And this, I think, will be the topic on another day. Yeah, but having a high income does not mean you're rich. And one thing I think you have to understand, the benefit that you can get from this taxation, and which most of the rich people do use to benefit, is through this. As an employee or a light entrepreneur, or in other countries they would call it sole proprietorship, for you are being taxed for every cent that you are earning as an income, regardless of the expenses. And I think even some benefits that you can receive as a bonus or tips, you are being taxed even for that, if you are an employee or a sole proprietor or a light entrepreneur in other languages. So that's one you have to understand. But on the other side, if you are a company, now in Finland we have the private trader company, or they call it toiminimi, something like that, but also we have the limited companies and of course public companies. For these forms of companies, you are being taxed on your profit, not an income. And this is not just in Finland. This is the system which is all over the world. Yes, and I think I remember I read somewhere where this came from. And I don't recall. I think I'm going to have to look into that. But all you need to know is that this system was put there in order to encourage people to get into business, because I believe, I don't know, was it US or some other place? I think US was going through a very tough time financially, maybe 1920s, 30s. I think there was an economic depression. And one of the things which was done in order to encourage more business to come and start offering service to people was to make sure that they are getting the so-called tax benefits. That means, as a business, you are not being taxed on your expenses. All those expenses which are supposed to help you to establish a business, you are not being taxed on that. So you are being taxed only on the profit. But as an employee, you are being taxed for everything. So for example, if you earn 30,000 euros in a year, or $30,000 in a year, that means you're going to be taxed for 30,000 euros or $30,000 in a year. That was just an example. Yes, but as a business, now when I say as a business, that means as a company, not a light entrepreneur or proprietor. As a company, if you have earned an income of 30,000 euros or $30,000, but you have spent $25,000 or euros, that means you'll be taxed only $5,000 or euros. Do you see the difference? So most, if not all of the rich people, they would go with an option of opening up a company. And in a company, you may earn a lot of income, but also you may end up spending almost every income you have earned for maybe business expansion or acquiring assets, or just simply, day-to-day expenses, including paying salary or something like that. And by spending almost everything that you have earned as an income through the company, that means the taxation is being minimized on the income earned by that company. Yeah, so let's go back now to the main topic. Why is Finland taxing more based on an income? There are many benefits. Which I cannot cover all of them here, but I can try to maybe summarize 2 or 3. Yes, number one, of course, is to minimize the gap between the high income earners versus the low income earners. But also, this is how Finland is being able to fund the welfare of the people. And actually, this is one of the reasons why Finland is being mentioned as the happiest country in the world. Why? Because they have been able to meet almost all the basic needs of the people, including supporting them financially, especially those people with a very low income or they don't have any income at all. So that's one of the benefits. But the other benefit is, this system somehow prevents people from accumulating wealth. We know in other countries we have some business people who, they may be selling services there, but they end up taking the cash and maybe put it somewhere there abroad or something like that, or in their banks. So at the end of the day, there is not enough cash in the system, and this can lead to many problems, including failing to paying debts, including this inflation and many other things. But through this system of taxation, somehow people are being forced not to accumulate wealth, and all the cash is being maintained in the system. It's being maintained in the system. Yeah, so that was but the last one, which I can mention now, the government remains in control of the cash flow. Remains in control of the cash flow. Yes, and when the government is being in control of the cash flow, that means it can control many things, of course. Like I mentioned from the beginning, funding the welfare of the people, funding all other important projects which can be very necessary for the country, controlling inflation, and many other benefits. So I think that's one of the reason, or that's one of the benefits that you can get through this high income taxation. I believe you have learned something, and let me know if today's message has somehow been beneficial to you. Let me know by commenting on the comment section below. Thank you. Bye bye.